Hey, it's Justine Marjan, and you're watching In the Know Hair School. Today's topic is hair masks and DIY treatments for dry and damaged hair. So almost everyone can benefit from using a hair mask in your hair. Most of us see damage from using hot tools, environmental toxins, or coloring and bleaching your hair. So I'd suggest using a hair mask about once a week just to restore shine, add a bouncy finish to the hair, and help restore and seal in those split ends. The first one is a hair mask that you can get at any drugstore. This hair mask is perfect if you want shiny, silky hair, and if you can't make it into the salon for a professional hair treatment, this will get you those luxurious locks at home. The next easy treatment I love is just organic sesame oil. This is actually an Ayurvedic treatment that you can just apply to your hair and your skin, and it really helps to add luster and shine. Sesame oil is a little bit more of a lightweight oil, so it's perfect if you have finer hair as it won't weigh the hair down. So the next mask I'm gonna show you is one of my favorite treatments for hair growth. I actually use this on my own hair all the time. So I'm using castor oil, which is a really thick oil, vitamin E oil, which is just super nourishing for the hair and really helps to make it feel thicker and fuller. And then a little bit of rosemary essential oil. So just a few drops of this mixed with the other two oils will really help to prevent fallout and help your hair to grow in super strong and healthy. So hair masks can be a little messy, so I definitely suggest covering yourself with a cape or a towel if you're at home. So on her hair, I'm going to go ahead and mix the castor oil, vitamin E, and rosemary essential oil together. This is amazing for scalp health and to prevent hair fallout and encourage hair growth. So I'm going to use mostly castor oil, put 1 dropper full of the vitamin E oil, and then just a few drops of the essential oil. I'm using a color brush to mix this up, but if you're at home, you can totally use your fingers. So now that I have my oil mixed, I'm just going to apply directly to the scalp and roots. And I just start at the front. Then I'll use the back of my brush to section her hair so that I really am covering every inch of her scalp. You'll want to leave this mask on for about 30 minutes before you shampoo, or you can leave it on overnight and shampoo out in the morning for a more intensive deep conditioning treatment. You'll want to make sure you're using a pillowcase that you don't mind getting oily, or wrap your hair in a turban. So if this is a treatment that you are doing mostly for scalp health and hair growth, I would apply it just to the roots and then just kind of comb through at the end to distribute through the mid-lengths. But if you really want a more intense deep conditioning treatment throughout, you can absolutely apply throughout the entire hair length. So now that I've applied the oil to her scalp, I'm just gonna use a wide tooth comb to kind of brush through and get that distributed through the mid-lengths. All right, so her hair mask is applied. We will let this sit for about 20 to 30 minutes and then shampoo out. Castor oil is a really thick oil, so you might find that you need to shampoo it about 2 to 3 times to get it out of the hair. Then just condition as normal. All right, you can take a break and then we'll get you shampooed. So curly hair is naturally a little more dry than straighter hair types, so I like to make sure I'm using a really hydrating hair mask for treatment. So today we're going to use coconut oil, which is really rich and nourishing on the hair, mixed with honey, which is actually a humectant, so that will seal in the moisture into her strands. So with this mask, you don't have to be too perfect with the measurements, but in general, you want to use about a tablespoon of coconut oil to a teaspoon of honey. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the scalp first, and then we'll work it through the mid-lengths just so I can make sure that I'm getting an even distribution of the oil throughout her hair. So I'm working in about 1-inch sections just so I can make sure that I'm really evenly distributing the oil throughout her hair. And then you want to make sure that you really work it through the mid-lengths and ends especially. So this mask is especially beneficial if you're constantly blow drying your hair, diffusing it, just to help restore the moisture that's lost with a lot of heat styling. So now that I've applied it through her roots and mid-lengths, I'm just going back in and kind of pulling it through the ends. The ends tend to be the driest part of anyone's hair, so I really want to make sure that I'm getting the mask right on those split ends. So now that I've applied the mask, I'm just going to clip her hair out of the way. We'll let this sit about 20 to 30 minutes and then just shampoo and condition. All right, you're good to go. You can take a little break. So there you have it. I hope these tips and tricks are helpful. This is Justine Marjan, and you're watching In the Know Hair School. See you next time.